As of 2019, iPhone sales have begun to slow down, with revenue falling 15% in Apple's latest financial quarter. This is the first sales decline the iPhone has ever seen since its launch a decade ago. Why? Well, Apple is building devices that last longer for a higher price point. You could use Apple's latest operating system with a phone 6 years old. And the price? Carriers used to offer subsidized phones on a 2-year contract. A new iPhone for just $199. Now you'll be paying full price. With iPhone sales on the decline, Apple is instead looking to earn more revenue from devices out in the wild. Already the size of a Fortune 100 company, Apple's services, like Apple Music or the App Store, brought in over $10 billion in Q4 2018. Apple sees this shift in consumer behavior as an opportunity to monetize the users they already have. That's why Apple is considering 3 all-new media subscription offerings in 2019. At the moment, your iPhone serves as an entrance to an open marketplace of apps. If you're an average user, you'll spend time social networking, consuming media, or gaming. But moving forward, Apple sees an opportunity to bundle these a la carte businesses into one, where they would have to compete with a variety of media publishers from Spotify to Netflix. That's why Apple is looking to launch premium video, news, and mobile gaming subscriptions in addition to Apple Music in 2019. For a monthly cost, you'll get access to exclusive content curated or produced by the Big A. The App Store is Apple's largest revenue source from services, an open marketplace for developers to sell and promote their software for iOS. Apple takes a 30% cut of all revenue, from app sales to in-app purchases or monthly subscriptions. The developers bringing in the most revenue? It's media products like Pandora or Hulu, and game publishers. In fact, games have such dominance over the App Store that over 75% of the top grossing apps are free games. See, there are a few ways game developers make money. They can charge a single upfront cost, offer a game for free with the option to buy in-game items, or both if you are EA. The most financially successful model has proven to be freemium, as games like Fortnite and Pokemon Go have generated billions in revenue by offering a free product with optional upgrades. Fortnite on iOS made $300 million in its first 200 days on the App Store, meaning Apple gets a $100 million cut in the process. And with mobile devices getting more powerful every year, there's a massive opportunity for Apple to build a killer gaming product. That's why rumors suggest Apple is planning to launch their own gaming subscription service in 2019. Apple would play the role of publisher, working with developers on exclusive titles for iOS, promoted and released by Apple. This subscription model would be the first of its kind for mobile gaming, only comparable to console products like Xbox Game Pass. At the moment, mobile game revenue is dominated by lightweight, casual games with addictive elements, low-risk endeavors that are likely to yield solid profits through in-app purchases and ads. Just take a look at some of the games leading the top grossing charts. The tile matching game format is prominent and proven to bring profit, so developers don't have a problem rebuilding the same game over and over with different thematic elements. See, game publishers follow the money, and for console that means blockbuster titles based around popular characters and franchises sold at a $60 price point. On iOS, that has been casual mobile games, often sharing game mechanics. As Apple continues to upgrade the specs of their mobile devices with nearly console-level processors, the company could look to encourage developers to build more unique titles that can capitalize on Apple's proprietary chipset. With a paid gaming service, Apple would be able to justify investing in developers to produce quality, premium gaming experiences for consumers, just as Netflix pours billions into new video content every year. This would be a phenomenal way to get customers excited about new device capabilities, building great games for fans in the process. Apple News has been incredibly successful since its 2015 launch, amassing over 90 million regular readers. A simplistic interface connecting publications with users, Apple has been able to play an important role in reinventing how consumers access written content. In 2018, Apple acquired Texture, a Netflix for magazines, curating popular publications into a one-stop shop for readers. With the acquisition, they're looking to launch a new version of the platform called Apple News Magazines. Apple spent nearly $1 billion on original video content in 2018, on shows that remain to be released or announced for the most part. This budget clearly foreshadows the company's plan to launch their own Netflix competitor in 2019. They've even inked partnerships with Oprah Winfrey, Steven Spielberg, and M. Night Shyamalan for initial content. And with nearly $300 billion in reserves, Apple could look to make significant investments this year to build an attractive library of video content. Apple's ecosystem is commonly referred to as a walled garden. By limiting software compatibility, it creates a situation where once you get one Apple product, you're going to want another, eventually. If you own an iPhone and need earbuds, you are likely going to invest in AirPods, or a MacBook if you want to utilize AirDrop or iMessage. This new lineup of services is no different. CEO Tim Cook is betting that instead of subscribing to a la carte services, customers would rather pay one monthly price for a discounted bundle. Why subscribe to Netflix, Spotify, and the New York Times when instead you can pay $20 a month for everything? If Apple can build a monopoly around media consumption, they'll have added another wall to their ecosystem, making it even harder to leave. So Apple's strategy makes a lot of sense, building their services business while making it more attractive to live within their walled garden. But this first requires Apple to develop content that can actually compete with the current giants. Are they able to replicate the success of Apple Music for other industries? It remains to be seen. Let me know your thoughts and predictions in the comments down below. Late edit here, it looks like Apple has actually changed their trademark for the iPod Touch, extending protection to cover handheld gaming. Perhaps they'll look to launch a new model with an A13 processor to correspond with their gaming service. Thanks again for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you enjoyed this, and check out my video on Disney's upcoming streaming service set to compete with Apple and Netflix.